Your goal might be to get more girls, better relationship, more friends, and you cannot fake that. You cannot fake the intention behind it, because if you do, let's say you only get the thing, let's say you fake it till you make it, you're always gonna feel like an imposter, making your confidence worse and worse throughout your whole journey with the person and everything. Yeah, I'm starting this series called thing about talk about confidence, like actual core confidence, self-esteem, and more towards social situation in general, like confidence in general. Also, like maybe deep things like trauma and letting go and work and all that stuff for to like those are the things you work on in order to get that true core confidence that you can fake. You can't just memorize some scripts or memorize some words. So that's gonna be the thing. Now I'm gonna cut off the video. So yeah, it looks not bad. In the future, we can start making the lighting better for y'all. So yeah, I mean, where we can start. So basically, one of the biggest thing I was chasing was this feeling of easiness in myself, but I didn't know it at that time, right? I was trying to unconsciously trying to like feel better, if that makes sense. And I know like that might not be your goal. Your goal might be to get more girls, better relationship, more friends. And to have that, you gotta feel good about yourself and feel good in yourself, in your own skin, to have those things, to actually be authentic in yourself and actually get the things that you really want. You cannot fake that. You cannot fake the intention behind it, because if you do, let's say you only get the thing, let's say you fake it till you make it, you're always gonna feel like an imposter, making your confidence worse and worse throughout your whole journey with the person and everything, right? And what I've realized is like, if you really tap into core confidence, right? Like people talk about confidence as some tips. So let's say, oh, you gotta look better, you gotta groom yourself, go to the gym, have a haircut. You're gonna have that high if you do that, but it's like a situational confidence. Like you do it and then you feel confident. And when you don't feel confident. That basically is not confidence, like the actual core confidence that everybody has, right? It can help you, but it's not the actual root cause that's gonna solve everything. I need some fucking water, bro. All right. So what I was gonna try to say is like accumulating things, like even success. Like if you get money, you feel better, you feel confident because you have more money. Then that's not confidence. It's not gonna help you. That's not success, because it's owning you. Because there's always gonna be a bigger fish in the role. If you're making 10K per month, the other guy can maybe make 100K per month. You're gonna feel insecure about yourself, right? So situation, if your confidence is situational, if your confidence is related to outside things, physical things, things that you accumulate, like looks, success, money, even girls, right? Like I have the hottest girl, so I feel better about myself, right? If you don't have that, you feel shittier. So that doesn't work either, right? The other one is what you do. Other people feel good about themselves, or confidence or high self-esteem, with what you call that stuff. Yeah, I totally forgot about that. Um, with the things they do. Let's say they record content. They are good at something. Let's say an expertise like making content. They're really good at making content. Compared to a person who's not making content, of course, they're gonna feel better and confident in that situation. But in other scenario, let's say that same person is really bad at interacting with people, connecting deeper. In that moment, it's gonna be harder for them because there is no core confidence. He was working another thing that it is he might consider, it's like he feel confident in that situation. Yeah, I'm kind of fucking whole tangle the whole thing. If you kind of set it up and rewatch the thing again, and yeah, so there's two type of things: accumulating and doing things. Like there's having. Having and doing. So there's three paradigms that people go about it. The worst one is by having, like we talked about, the drugs, the money, the things you accumulate. And those things started owning you and make you feel more insecure later down, right? The second one is um doing, right? Doing, like in a sport, you're really good at a sport, then you're gonna feel better at the situation. Let's say there's a boss that in that authority, boss, like, oh fuck, I fucked it up too, bro. Let's do it again, right? A boss and an employee. Who do you think is gonna feel more confident in that situation? Probably the fucking boss. Why? Because he has the authority in that situation. But the same boss can be insecure, nervous, and fucking and anxious as fuck if it were put into a different situation. I don't know. Uh, what's a good example? Let's say talking to a girl that he really likes or a woman he really likes. Of course, he's gonna start pedestalizing her and thinking she's better, so he's gonna feel insecure, and the things happen. So, like, with the things I'm really trying to say here, that core confidence cannot be faked, borrowed, cannot be borrowed with other things. It cannot be. I really need water. Get from something outside, but actually here. That's what I'm trying to emphasize here, right? Like, actually feel this deep core confidence that affects everything in everything you do. Like, it's like magic touch you have. Like, you just feel that enjoyment and that feeling of easiness, and like, when people describe this feeling, like, maybe you might have this moment where a friend told you, like, hey, there's something about this guy that I cannot explain, but it's just wow. That's the feeling you feel. That's what other people gonna think or feel about you when you start working on that core confidence, in that inner work, in that work that might seem kind of woohoo and all that stuff, but when you start doing it, it's gonna pay off so much. I was there. Down. Yeah, that was a serious moment and I fucked it up with a fucking cough. Huh. So yeah, I hope you got some value out of this. It's my first raw talk, and I was just trying to go to the gym, but I was like, let me just record a quick raw talk to my audience and the people who really wanna, like, who are just tired of fucking those tips and things, right? Because man, I was in the same place, trying to feel better about myself, not feel lonelier, invisible, always feeling fucking anxious as hell, and I realized, like, I've gone through all of that shit to realize that none of them were the answer. And this, doing that deep inner work is the key. So if you feel like that, get into a journey. It's my first one. So throughout the journey, you're going to learn a lot. And if you feel like you need more help, more specific one-on-one coaching, you can always reach out to me. I think I might have the link in the description for the Instagram. You can just text me there or I can talk to it, right? Take care.